What are some of your favorite NES games slash recommendable ones to the younger crowd?
Recommendable. I would say availability is a big thing because not everybody like to be available on a console. I would say Castlevania. That's I think don't be scared off by the difficulty, especially with the Switch collection. You can pretty much use save states until you get better to go through it without using them if you want to. I would say Castlevania 1 still holds up very well. It's short once you get it. Castlevania 2, it could be your miles varies on that one. Castlevania 3, also your miles varies if you wanted to deal with the difficulty, because it is like 1, but significantly more difficult. But there's a lot more to it, multiple paths and stuff. Favorites would probably be, Dragon Warrior, 3 and 4 are some of my best. 1, 2. I like the Mac Venture games. They're not my favorite, though, like Uninvited Deja Vu and Shadowgate. Those can be played today. I think Shadowgate at least can be played with the remaster you played on. I love Mario 2. It's my favorite one on the NES. Go to Mario 2, 3, and then 1. I'm not the biggest fan of 1, which is strange, but 2 I love. Contra, Ninja Gaiden, 1 through 3, 3 being my favorite. Lesser known ones that I think are interesting to try if you want to just fire up on an emulator. If you want to be like a Metroid, a game that you want to get lost in that's even bigger than Metroid, you can try Legacy of the Wizard. That's a fun game. It's like exploration, huge map. You pick one of 5 characters that are a family. Each has separate moves. You pick a set of items at the beginning to go through your stage. And then you have like different areas. The way you tell the areas, if different, each stage has a different music done by Yuzo Koshiro that you can tell each character is what they should be in. It's a very cryptic game, though. If you don't like cryptic stuff, you can either use a guide to go through it, point you in the right direction, and then read the manual. You want to read the manual for that one, so get a PDF. Battle of Olympus is like a Zelda 2 side-scroller based in Greek mythology. It's very well translated, so you won't get lost as much. It's very surprising I was able to get through it pretty easily without looking up anything, really. It's very well translated, which is odd for that era of games. Usually the translation is not that good, but this one's pretty good translation, so you shouldn't have too much problem. You'll still have a little problem, but it's very fun. Good music, too. Guardian Legend, if you like shooters, it's like a top-down exploration. Zelda parts where you get items to increase your weapons, find different weapons, and then you take those into the area where you're top-down shooters, and you're basically a girl who transforms into a ship. Very good music. It's gone by Compile, who did other shooters, and I think Broderbund published it. That's a good one. Shatterhand is probably, didn't play that one until 2 years ago, and it's up there with one of my favorites. It's a side-scroller action platformer. Another Conquest of the Crystal Palace is pretty good. It's not as good as Shatterhand or Vice Project Doom, which is another one, but it's decent. And Solstice, if you want a challenging game, like a where the heck do I go kind of game, you have to map out. Solstice is one that I played for the first time over Christmas. I had to map every square inch, and I made progress each bit by bit. It's like a more difficult Blaster Master kind of game where you make progress each time. It's nothing like Blaster Master, but in the way you make progress is you make a little bit further, and you feel fulfilled, and you at the end you can put it all together and make it. It's like an isometric platformer that each room has a little puzzle you got to get through, and you got to go through. Some janky and fun games. NES has a lot of them, like Wizards and Warriors is a very fun game. It's janky in the way it plays, but it's unlimited continues. You start where you're left off, and it's kind of a cool theme to it. There's something about it. Like NES has a lot of games that have like really cool atmosphere and music and really a vibe to them, like Wizards and Warriors. There's like Mickey Mouse Capades, which is a Hudson Capcom game. I think Capcom just published it. It's another janky game that's kind of has really good music, and Kid Nicky, a lot of those earlier NES games. And And then the Disney games, DuckTales, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, I think they're all worth playing today. They hold up, and they're easily accessible with the except on Switch with the Disney collection. So if you want to play that, so ones I would recommend, I'd say get the Disney collection, Disney Afternoon collection. If you have a PS4 or Xbox, get the Castlevania collection. If you like shooters, you can get the Contra collection. Contra and I think Contra and Super C are both on there. They're pretty decent, very good. Like Shadowgate's a re-release. I'm trying to make it so you can play without emulating something that's available to buy. And the Switch Online has some pretty decent NES games on there. They have the Marios, they have all the stuff where you can at least dip your toe into them and see, maybe I want to go a little bit further and see what's there.